Good morning. It's 6:30. Get a good look at your TV. The rain is moving out, but it may not be the end. Good morning. I'm Christian Picos in for Adria and Shane. Ron has your first alert forecast right now. Ron?
Broadcasting live with coverage you can count on. This is KSLA News 12 this morning.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Christian Picos in for Adria and Shane. Look at your TV. Rain is moving out of the area, but there could be more. Ron has your first alert right now. Now let's get you up to the minute. Shreveport firefighters say food on the stove caused this home to catch fire early this morning. 3 adults and 2 children were able to escape safely. It happened just after 2:30 this morning along Stonewall Avenue. The home was gutted by the fire but remains standing. Fire crews say it started in the kitchen. Boil advisories are still in effect for 2 areas in northwest Louisiana this morning. The first one affects those of you on the Pine Hill water system in Claiborne Parish. Leaders are fixing issues with the water supply system. The second advisory affects the entire city of Natchitoches because the Department of Health noticed E. coli in water samples. 3 teens are behind bars this morning accused of several car burglaries across Shreveport. Here's a look at 2 of them. 17-year-old D'Angelo Harris and 19-year-old Tomrin Kelly. The third suspect is 16 years old, so his identity will not be released. Shreveport police believe they targeted 12 vehicles early yesterday morning. They all face 14 charges each. The hunt continues for this man this morning. Shreveport police believe Michael Butler is behind a string of business burglaries in the Southern Hills neighborhood. He's from DeBerry, Texas, and could be in a gray Ford truck or white Chevy pickup. If you know where he is, call police. This man, Torrance Rockmore, is in fair condition this morning after causing this disturbance at Diamond Jack's Casino in Bossier City on Tuesday night. He allegedly confronted officers while naked and started throwing chairs. Officer used pepper spray and non-lethal beanbag rounds to detain him. He's charged with aggravated assault of an officer. Mourners will pay their final respects to Kate Spade today. A funeral for the late fashion designer is being held in her hometown of Kansas City. Spade took her own life this month at the age of 55. President Donald Trump says the U.S. will still be tough at the border after ending his policy separating families there. This evening, we are still working to learn the identity of a man authorities say drowned in Lake of the Pines. It happened around 5 o'clock yesterday evening in the Hurricane Creek area. Texas game wardens say it took officers about an hour to recover the body of a 38-year-old man from 25 feet of water. New overnight, a fire rips through a home in Shreveport. Officials say the fire began inside a vacant home on the 100 block of West 79th Street. When firefighters arrived, smoke and flames were visible inside the home. A firefighter was injured during the fire and taken to a hospital where he was later released. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Well, despite the scorching heat, a Bossier City man completed a mission nearly 150 miles in the making. For the past 7 days, Tony Thornton has walked 21 miles daily throughout Shreveport Bossier to pray for people he meets along the way. Thornton says he's let God guide him on his lengthy walks each day, which he says has allowed him to converse with people from all walks of life. State lawmakers are heading back to the Capitol tomorrow to begin special session round 3 in Baton Rouge. Even though Governor John Bel Edwards signed the state's operating budget for the next year into law, he says there's still more work that needs to be done to avoid budget cuts. Adults in Louisiana looking to higher education may soon have their own scholarship program. This as tuition rates are guaranteed to stay the same for the 2018-2019 school year. Residents in parts of North Shreveport are still under a water boil advisory this evening. Here's a map of the impacted area. It affects residents and businesses west of Grimmett Drive, north of I-220, east of Hillary Huckabee, and north and east of Cross Lake. That's good to hear. Again, today was one of those days where I really could have used some rain when I was out there shooting a story.
Yeah.
It was like 95 degrees. Again, did not hydrate, so that's my fault.
Yeah, super hot out there, but again, we're going to be in the 80s this week, so that's the good news. That's a nice cool down for us.
Good to hear. All right, thanks, Kaylee. Well, lawmakers and protesters march against the Trump administration's zero tolerance policy, which separates parents from their children while they await trial. All this while Congress prepares to take up 2 immigration bills this week. Kim Hutcherson has more. After days of claiming his hands were tied and it was up to Congress, President Trump signed an executive order ending the policy that separated families after illegally crossing the border. You may remember we sent you an alert on your phone. However, the order does not reverse the zero tolerance policy. Governors near the southern border are voicing their concerns on the immigration crisis. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards says he strongly disapproved of the policy and was glad to hear the administration had adjusted it. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is asking the congressional delegation to find another solution for handling migrant families. In a letter to the state's House members and 2 senators, Governor Abbott asked to fix what he called a, quote, broken immigration system. KSLA cares about saving lives. That's why we're teaming up with our local LifeShare blood centers for our United We Give, United We Live blood drive. Blood supplies are very low in Northwest Louisiana right now, and now you can change that. KSLA News 12's Josh Robertson is live at LifeShare on Linwood, where you can donate later this morning. Josh? Now, looking ahead in Shreveport, rev your engines and start your balloons. We're getting ready for this year's Red River Balloon Rally. We just called deputies this morning and they say no damage was reported. We posted this video on our KSLA Facebook page and some of you have already liked it.